A hearty welcome to the students of BA, BSc and BCom second year. So I'm R. Sucharita, Government Degree College, Khairatabad, Hyderabad, Department of English. So today we are going to learn about technical technical vocabulary. This is in your textbook on page number 90. So right from page number 90, 91, 92, 93, and 94, you have this technical vocabulary. So, what is this technical vocabulary we are going to learn today? So, technical vocabulary, also called jargon, is a set of words and phrases that is used mainly in a specific academic or professional field. For example, when people working with computers and software use terms like chip, 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 BYTE, byte, COOKIE, cookie, BUG, bug, VIRUS, virus, etc. The words have a meaning that is different from their general meaning. Experts in every field use jargon as a kind of shorthand to communicate with their peers. Since every discipline has its own specialized vocabulary, it would be impossible to know or master the jargon of all domains. In this unit, we'll look at some words that are used in the fields of business and media. So this technical vocabulary, it is also called as jargon, JARGON, jargon. So the meaning of jargon is a technical terminology. Technical terminology is only called as jargon. So this jargon or technical vocabulary, it is a set of words and phrases, and they are used mainly for what? For specific academic or professional field. Now, for example, people who are working with computers or softwares, they use such technical vocabulary. They use the terms like chip. I hope you have heard, because we are in that era. Yeah, we are in the digital world. So those technical vocabulary are chip, then byte, then cookie, then bug, and then virus. So virus means it is not coronavirus. Okay. So if it is chip, it is not the eating chip. Okay. Then byte, cookie is not a biscuit here. Bug or virus, all these, they are known as technical vocabulary here. So the words having a meaning that is different from their general meaning. I told you, a cookie is not a biscuit. It is different from general meaning. So experts in every field use jargon as a kind of shorthand. So experts in this technical field, they use and they communicate this type of shorthand, which is called as jargon. So they express all these, or they communicate with their peers. PERS, peers means with their equals. So, since every discipline has its own specialized vocabulary, it would be impossible to know or master. So, it is very impossible, and at the same time, it is very, very difficult to master the jargon of all domains, of all categories. So, in this unit, we will look at some words that are used in the fields of business and media. So, we are going to see in business what kind of jargon is used. So, this is only called as a business vocabulary. You can see on the slide. So, the first one is agenda. I hope you have heard about agenda. Agenda is nothing but it is a written list of points to be discussed in a meeting. It may be a meeting in a company like the great MNC companies like Google, or a small office, or in a college uh, who is conducting the meeting. For example, principal will be conducting the meeting and a faculty will be writing the list of points to be discussed in a meeting. So this is only called as agenda. Then attendee, ATTENDEE. Attendee is nothing but the one who attends a meeting. So there are so many attendees in the meeting. Those who attend the meeting are called as attendees. Then bid, BID, bid. Bid means it is the price a buyer is willing to offer for shares in a company. So I may be the buyer and I will be buying shares in a company for my own profit. So bid is nothing but it is the price. The price a buyer is willing to offer for shares in a company. Then billboard. I hope you have come across this word billboard. Billboard is nothing but it is a signboard for advertising posters. We see so many film posters while we are traveling. There are very big billboards or signboards for advertising posters. So they are called as billboards. Then blue chip stocks. What are these blue chip stocks? Stocks of leading companies that have stable growth and earnings. The best examples are the MNC companies, especially the Google company. Okay, so they are called as stocks of leading companies that have stable growth and earnings. They are stable, and they have stable growth and they have stable earnings. So that is why they are called as blue chip stocks. Then the next one is capital. Capital means money and other property of companies used in a business transaction. Any business needs capital. Without capital, they cannot start a business. So, capital is nothing but it may be money or it may be other property of companies which are used in business transactions. And the next one is capital stock. So, what is this capital stock? All shares representing the ownership of a company. So, all the shares which are representing as the ownership of a company is only called as capital stock. Then the next one is casting vote. An extra vote, usually cast by a chairperson to decide an issue when the votes on each side are equal. So, what is this casting vote? Casting vote, it is here in business vocabulary. As in general language, we think that casting vote means we going in casting a vote to any political party that we like. But here in business vocabulary, it is an extra vote. And this extra vote, it is usually cast by a chairperson of the company to decide an issue When the votes are equal on each side, the chairperson is going to cast an extra vote, which is only called as casting vote. Then the next one is call. Conference call. A telephone call between three or more people in different places. We also do. Nowadays, we do conference calls between our friends or relatives. So that is only called as conference call. Conference call is nothing but it is a telephone call between two or more than three or more people in different places. Then consensus. Consensus means it is the general agreement. The general agreement between the members is called as consensus. Then dividend. What is this dividend? You can see. ఏందిదిరా? So dividend you can see on page number 91. So dividend means it is a part of company's earnings that is paid to the shareholders, stockholders on a quarterly or annual basis. That is called as dividend. Dividend is nothing but it is the profit. Now, for example, I'll be buying shares in a company. So, what does the company do? Out of its earnings, it will pay to me. Okay, so that is paid to the shareholders. There are so many shareholders who buy shares in the company. Then stockholders on a quarterly. So these profits they will be paid on quarterly. That means 3 months or annual basis means they may pay it 12 months. Okay, yearly also they may pay. So the profits which are distributed by the company out of the company's earnings is only called as dividend. Then the next one is equity. Equity means the value of stocks and shares. So the commerce students know very well about these stocks and shares. So the value of the stocks and shares of the company are called as equity. Then the next one is fringe benefits. Fringe benefits means advantages offered in addition to salary, such as life insurance, retirement scheme, company, car, etc. They are called as fringe benefits. So, apart from your salary from a company, you are also given some fringe benefits, not only salary. So, they include life insurance and a retirement scheme. It may be a pension scheme or wholesome money at a time, lump sum money. And then the company's car, etc. All these are called as fringe benefits. Then the next one is I-conference. I-conference means a meeting conducted through the internet, especially through the lockdown period. We have attended so many meetings which are conducted through the internet. So, the meetings which are conducted through the internet are called as I-conference. Sorry. Then the next one is jingle. Jingle, jingle. Jingle is nothing but it is a catchy tune used to promote a product. So, in order to promote a product, a catchy tune is done. That is only called as jingle. So, in the previous video also, I have presented a jingle. So, that jingle is washing powder Nirma, washing powder Nirma, दूध से सफेदी Nirma se aaye, like that. And then Gold Spot, the Zing Thing. All these they are called as jingles. That means these catchy tunes are prepared in order to attract the public and to promote a product, something like advertisement in the form of jingles. There are so many jingles. If you open the internet, you can hear to them. And then liabilities. Liabilities are nothing but they are debts and obligations of a company or an individual. That is called as liability. Then the next one is minutes. Minutes, we in general language we think that it is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, like that. But here, minutes means a written summary of the proceedings at a meeting. If you are attending the meeting and if you are sitting in the meeting and if you attend the meeting, the points which are discussed, it is a written summary of the proceedings at a meeting. A written summary of the proceedings at a meeting is only called as minutes of the meeting. It will be written in a register. What is discussed in the meeting will be written as a summary. So they are only called as minutes of the meeting. And don't get confused that it is 5 minutes or 10 minutes or etc. So, a written summary of the proceedings at a meeting are called as minutes of the meeting. Then the next one is negotiate. Negotiate means it is discussing a business deal in order to reach an agreement. So, discussing a business deal, if you want to discuss a business deal in order to reach an agreement, both should agree, both should be convinced, okay, regarding the business deal, the discussion, which makes them convinced is only called as negotiate. Then the next one is portfolio, Portfolio. Portfolio means various types of securities held by an individual or an institution. So you have so many types of securities with you. Okay, some may be cash securities, some may be properties. Okay, so they may be held by an individual or an institution. The various types of securities are only called as portfolio. Then securities, transferable certificates showing ownership of stocks, bonds, shares, options, etc. So these are the certificates which can be transferable. The transferable certificates, they showing ownership of what? Of stocks regarding the company, bonds, shares, options. All these transferable certificates are called as securities. Then signposting language. So, what is the signposting language? Catchy phrases used to help focus the audience attention on different parts of a presentation. That is called as signposting languages. So, the signposting languages are only called as catchy phrases. So, Catchy phrases, why they are used? In order to focus the audience attention on different parts of a presentation. If they have presented well, what is the catchy phrase that you tell? You say well done, and then you say hats off, you say you're the genius, and you say you're the best, you did it, you say. So all these are called as signposting languages. Congratulations, like that. All these are called as catchy phrases. Well done. Hats off. You're the best. You're the genius. You did it. All these. Then speculator. Speculator is someone who buys and sells stocks and shares by assuming the profit through changes in their value. So, who is a speculator? Speculator in the company. So, the speculator is a person or someone who buys, someone who buys and sells stocks. So, I may also buy and sell stocks and shares by assuming the profit. So if I think or if I imagine that I'm going to get good profit, then I'm going to buy. Then if I have the imagination that the company is not so profitable, then I may sell. So like that we can buy and sell stocks and shares by assuming the profit through changes in their value. So, a person who buys and sells stocks and shares is only called as speculator. Then, take on. Take on means employ or hire. If you are the employer, you will take on. You will take on so many personals. Okay, so you will be employing or you will be hiring the laborers or the staff which you need. That hiring or employing is only called as take on. Then the next one is tender. Tender means it is not your skin is very tender. That is the general language. But here in the business vocabulary, tender means a written offer to execute work or supply goods at a fixed price. It is a written offer. It is a written offer to execute work or supply goods at a fixed price. We see so many business tenders in the newspapers. Tenders, tenders, they'll be writing on the top. Okay, so they are called as tenders, Tender. And then turnkey, Turn, turn, Key, key, turnkey. What is this turnkey? Turnkey means it is equipment ready for use or operation. That which is ready for use or operation is only called as turnkey. Then USP. USP means unique selling proposition or a declaration of what makes a product different. Unique selling proposition is called as USP. Then a declaration of what makes a product different. It is unique, we say. It is different. So that is only called as USP. Then the last word in business vocabulary is venture capital. VENTURE. Venture capital. Venture capital means money raised by companies. Money raised by companies to finance new ventures in exchange for percentage ownership. So if you want new ventures in exchange for percentage ownership, then money should be raised by the companies to finance. Okay, so money raised by companies to finance new ventures in exchange for percentage ownership is only called as venture capital. Then the next one is media vocabulary. So, up till now, we have seen business vocabulary. Now, we are going to see media vocabulary. So, what is this media vocabulary? So, vocabulary which is used in media is called as media vocabulary. So, broadsheet, BROAD, broad sheet, SHEET, sheet. Broadsheet means a newspaper printed in a large format. A newspaper which is printed in a very, very big format is only called as broadsheet. So, broadsheet means don't think that it is a very big sheet, but it is a newspaper which is printed in a large format. Then the next one is circulation. So, what is this circulation? The average number of copies of newspapers or magazines sold over a specific period of time is only called as circulation. So, there are so many newspapers and magazines, they will be announcing that they have so much circulation. So, what is this circulation? This circulation means it is the average number of copies of newspapers or magazines which are sold over a specific period of time is only called as circulation. Then classifieds. What are classifieds? We see so many business classifieds we see in the newspapers. So, small advertisements in newspapers or magazines divided into categories. There are matrimonials also, they are also classifieds, and there are advertisements regarding employment, they are called as classifieds. So, they are very small in the newspaper when you view them. I hope you have seen all these classified. So, small advertisements in newspapers or magazines divided into categories are called as classifieds. Then, commercial. So, what is this commercial? Commercial means advertisement on radio or television. Advertisement on radio or television is called as commercial. Commercial means advertisement on radio or television. If the advertisement is advertised on radio or television, that is only called as commercial. Then double page spread. Advertisement printed across two pages in a newspaper or magazine is called as double page spread. Advertisement printed across two pages. So there are so many big advertisements we see. So when they are printed across two pages in a newspaper or a magazine, that is only called as double page spread. Then editing. Editing means reviewing or rewriting in order to make the content suitable for publication. That is called as editing. So editing is nothing but it is reviewing or rewriting. And this reviewing or rewriting, it is done in order to make the content suitable. So why it is made suitable for publication? So editing is nothing but it is reviewing or rewriting. To make it suitable for publication is only called as editing. Then the next one is eye catcher. Eye catcher. See all these you can see here. Eye catcher. So eye catcher means you can see on page number 92 in your textbook. So something that particularly attracts one's attention. So jingles we have seen, catchy phrases we have seen. So all these are called as catchy. So here eye catch. Eye catch means our eyes should be attracted. Okay, so eye catcher is nothing but something that particularly attracts one's attention, especially when we go to the exhibition and will be viewing so many stalls. And somewhere our eye is catchy and we are attracted to something. Here, attracting one's attention is called as eye catcher. Then, mass media. Mass media means the main means of mass communication, that is, newspapers, TV, and radio. That is called as mass media. The main means of mass communication is called as mass media. So, what is the main means of mass communication? They are newspapers. In the early morning, we will be rushing with newspapers and we will be hearing or we will be viewing the news on TV and radio. So, newspapers, TV, and radio they play a vital role in this mass communication, which is called as mass media. And then the next one is called as plug. Plug means it is favorable publicity in the media for a commercial product. Example, a book. So we think that in general language, plug is the electric plug, but that is not in media. So here, plug means favorable publicity in the media for a commercial product. Example, it may be a book. A book is a plug. Okay, so that is called as plug. Then prime time, I hope. Because you watch TV, you know what is this prime time. Hours on radio and TV with the largest audience, usually the evening, is called as prime time. Okay, so hours on radio and TV with the largest audience, usually the evening, is only called as prime time. Then the next one is promote. Promote means using advertising and publicity to increase sales of a product. Using advertising and publicity to increase sales of a product is only called as promote. So, promoting means using advertising and publicity. For what? In order to sell the product or increasing the sales of a product is called as to promote. Then slot, S-L-O-T, slot. Slot means it is the specific time in a broadcasting schedule allotted for a commercial. So, specific time in broadcasting schedule allotted for a commercial is only called as slot. Then sound bite. Sound bite is short extract from a recorded interview or speech. is only called as sound bite. Short extract from a recorded interview or speech is called as sound bite. Then the next one is spot. Spot means position of a commercial in a radio program or TV schedule. Position of a commercial in a radio program or TV schedule is only called as spot. Then tabloid. Tabloid is nothing but it is a newspaper printed in small format, usually with a lot of photographs. So, what is tabloid? Tabloid is nothing but it is a newspaper which is printed in a very small format and with lot of photographs is called as tabloid. Now we are going to see exercise number 1. So fill in the blanks with the correct option. To make an informed choice is to make a dash choice. Is it wise or neutral? So, to make an informed choice is to make a wise choice. Wise is the correct answer. Then, the company wants to assess the dash of the age, income, etc. of their customer base. So, in the bracket, it is given as democracy, demographics. So, the company wants to assess the demographics. It is not democracy, it is demographics of the age, income, etc. of their customer base. Then the company's dash is to provide high quality educational services. Is it machine? Is it machine or mission? It is the company's mission. MISSION. Mission is the right answer. Is to provide high quality educational services. Then a white paper is an dash document. Is it authoritative or authentic? It is authoritative. A white paper is an authoritative document. Authoritative is the right answer. Then dash is the supply of goods a company has for sale. Is it inversion or inventory? It is inventory. Inventory is the supply of goods a company has for sale. Then when something is on someone's radar, it means that the person is dash. Is it a pilot is it a pilot or aware of something? It is aware of something. When something is on someone's radar, it means that the person is aware of something. Sorry. To hammer out a deal is to dash a deal. That means reach, come across. It is reach. To hammer out a deal is to reach a deal. Then to accept the first offer is to accept the dash. Is it initial bid or first bidding? So it is first bidding. To accept the first offer is to accept the first bidding. If talks are at a standstill, it means that there is dash. Is it no danger? No progress. It is no progress. If talks are at a standstill, it means that there is no progress. Then, if you take ownership of a task, it means you are dash. Is it responsible for it or at risk? It is responsible for it is the right answer. So if you take ownership of a task, it means you are responsible for it. In corporate jargon, dash mean things that have to be done. Is it action items or act items? It is action items. In corporate jargon, action items mean things that have to be done. If you pay dash, it means you pay in advance. Is it at the front or upfront? It is upfront is the right answer. Everyone, if you pay upfront, it means you pay in advance. If everyone is dash, it means that they all agree to a proposal. Is it on the board or on board? It is on board. If everyone is on board, it means that they all agree to a proposal. Then, to get the ball dash is to start something. Is it going or rolling? So it is rolling. To get the ball rolling. To get the ball rolling is to start something. Then a dash is one who supplies goods. Is it vendor or vandal? It is vendor. A vendor is one who supplies goods. Then the next exercise. So match the words in the box. So match the words in the box with their meanings. A group of associate television or radio channels. From the box we have to pick up. A group of associated television or radio channels is network. Network is the right answer. A photographer who follows celebrities in order to photograph them and sell the pictures to newspapers or magazines. It is called as paparazzi. The G is the right answer. Paparazzi. Then the term used to describe sensational news reporting is called as yellow journalism. Letter N is the right answer. Yellow journalism. Then a radio or television program where listeners or viewers telephone the studio and participate in the program. A radio or television program where listeners or viewers telephone the studio and participate in the program is called as phone in. P-H-O-N-E-I-N. I. The letter I is the right answer. A recurring piece or article in a newspaper or magazine is called as column. Column. F. Letter F is the right answer. A use of detective-like reporting methods to unearth scandals. The use of detective-like reporting methods to unearth scandals is called as investigative journalism. Letter O is the right answer. Investigative journalism. Then the next one, a serial television or radio drama dealing with daily events in the lives of the same group of characters. A serial television or radio drama dealing with daily events in the lives of the same group of characters is called as sitcom. S-I-T, sit, C-O-M-com, sitcom. B is the right answer. Then a shot of a person's face talking directly to the camera. A shot of person's face talking directly to the camera is called as talking heads. L. L is the right answer, letter L. A television or radio program in which stars and celebrities are invited to talk informally about various topics. A television or radio program in which stars and celebrities are invited to talk informally about various topics is called as talk show. T-A-L-K, talk, S-H-O-W, show. Talk show. E, letter E is the right answer. Then an article presenting the opinion of the editors of publishers or publishers. An article presenting the opinion of the editors or publishers is called as editorial. Editorial. Letter D is the right answer. And then 11th one. A comedy based on everyday experience. A comedy program based on everyday experiences is called as soap opera. SOAP, soap, OPERA. Letter H is the right answer. Then commercial promotion of a product or service is called as advert. ADVERT. ADVERTC. Letter C is the right answer. Then information leaked to determine what the political reaction will be. Information leaked to determine what the political reaction will be is called as trial balloon. TRIAL, trial, BALLOONS, trial balloons. Letter M is the right answer. Then a small printed notice or advertisement. A small printed notice or advertisement is called as flyer. FLIER, flyer. A is the right answer, letter A. And then the dissemination of information aimed at influencing the opinions or behaviors of large numbers of people. The dissemination of information aimed at influencing the opinions or behaviors of the large number of people is called as propaganda. PROPAGANDA. Propaganda is letter K is the right answer. So with this we have completed the that is vocabulary, technical vocabulary. So we have done business vocabulary and we have done media vocabulary and we have also completed exercise number 1 and 2 which are given in your textbook. So thank you.